Hi, I'm Dawn, and today I'm doing a whip and chat on my Pit Bulls Will Steal Your Heart from Diamond Art Club. And I guess I have to disclose that I'm also I have been referred to as a salesman's dream. I've seen at least 3 or 4 videos this last week of people um, who were given the Tojito light pad. It has an easel on the back so you can put it upright, and it has like 16 different settings, 3 different temperatures, and I can't remember all the details, but I didn't want to do an opening unboxing for it. I just wanted to get to it. So I've been using it for a couple days now, and yeah, I love it. I've been wanting something with an easel. I had a wooden easel I tried to use before, and it was just so tall I couldn't see over it to watch TV or anything. So I ended up putting that one away. And last time I got a new light pad, I wanted to get a what you call it? I wanted to get the one with an easel under it, but didn't happen to find it, and then ended up getting an A2, which is much bigger. And my husband bought it for me. So yesterday, when I was watching like the third or fourth video, no, it was like 2 days ago, and I was watching like the third or fourth video about this Tojito light pad as an A3. I was like, man, I have to have this. And so while we were sitting there, he ordered it right then and there for 1 day delivery. So it actually arrived yesterday, and I've been using it ever since. I'm just trying to find the color I want to work on. Yeah, so I've been working on my my whip and chat here. Let's see. I don't know if you can see, but I put cover paper. Is that what they're called? Cover papers all over my painting, and I do one section at a time. Let's see. Yeah, so I haven't got very far done on this, but I love it. I love confetti. And I love lots of colors. So this is like right up my alley. Keep changing color and do a few here and there, and then move on to the next color. And I just love it. I'm glad I got 3 of Dean Russo's, because they're all like that, multicolored. The background is, pretty solid color blocking, but I don't mind. I just do a section at a time and move my way up. And I don't do the what you call that, checkerboard. I don't do checkerboard like some people do. I do the multi-placing, and I think I'm using a 7-placer now. I think that's what it is. Can't see. Yes, it is a 7-placer that I've been using. So yeah. So when I get to the edges, I just keep filling it in with a 7-placer, and then when I've got to the top of my section, then I move over and start doing like the first color that appears next, and so forth, and just keep moving over until I get done with the whole section. I'm not good at talking and thinking, so I'm trying now to figure out which color I want to do. I think I'm looking for this, which is an X, which is number 20. 10, 15, 20. And I try to put, there's 50 colors in this, so I'm trying to keep them in an order that I can remember and find the color I want, which still isn't easy. I wish I had more room that I could uh, lay them all out and see them one at a time, because this is a pain in the butt and it keeps flowing, so that's not good. So yeah, I'm like constantly picking up boxes of drills, and right now I've got the storage I'm using right now is not really storage. I just use it for painting, the diamond painting. And dang it. There are these little boxes you get. There it is. The little boxes you can get at the Dollar Tree, and they're 10 in a package. I've got round ones and square ones. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I've got the round ones and the square ones, and there's about 25 of each round or square that I'm working with. Let's see. And I don't know why, but I'm using this clear tray, which is really hard to see with the background and stuff. Oh, and I just found out yesterday, I watched someone else's video, and I've been using this stopper upside down, like that. I never claimed to be bright. But I watched someone yesterday, and she's like, oh yeah, you put this upside down and it blocks the whole thing. I'm like, that's a good idea. I think I'll try that. So, yeah, so you learn something new every day. Or I do anyway, if I watch somebody else. Yeah, so I might go back to using my purple tray, because I can probably see the drills in there. So and yep, so this is the X I'm working on, and I'm using my green pen. I can't remember where I got that. Excuse me. I can't remember where I got this from. I think it was Amazon, or no, it might have been Diamond Art Club. I'm sorry, I got like hiccup burps sort of thing going on. I know, TMI. Yeah, so I can this is a square that I'm working on, so yeah, I think I need more wax as well. So that's probably why I don't do a lot of WIP and chats, because I'm not pleasant to listen to. I just ramble a lot, talk to myself, yell at myself. But yeah, this is a square, and it's funny, I never used to like squares. I always thought I preferred round. I prefer to do round, but I love the look of squares when they're done. But now I'm to the point where I'm starting to like squares all around, just because it's more enjoyable if you like how it looks as you're doing it. So I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but yeah, I'm definitely starting to switch teams to Team Square. And funnily enough, my first square I ever did was from Easy Whim, and it came out good, and it was it was easy to do, and it was working well. And yeah, that was my first square. But I've done one from Paint with Diamonds, and all those drills popped off like constantly, and I ended up contacting them and got them to give me a replacement canvas. But by then I'd already finished the whole thing, so I wasn't really in the mood to do it again. So now it's like, it's there to do if I decide I ever want to redo it, but I don't feel like doing it because I've already done it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I love whales, and like not killer whales or dolphins. I like um, what you call what are those big ones called? Um, I can't think of what they're called. Oh my gosh. But yeah, anything but killer whales and dolphins. I like any other whales. But this one was just a tail sticking up out of the water, and they made it to line up so it was holding up a full moon. And I just fell in love with that, so I had to have it. And that was what I did, and I got done doing it, and all the drills were popping off, and I just got so angry. I was like, all right, we'll just leave that for some other time. So, yeah. And I don't know if you can tell, but I have no rhyme or reason to how I paint and diamond paint. I've heard Diamond Grandma mentioning that, and yeah, you're in good company because I do the same thing. And just whatever if I have like diamonds on the pen, then I can put them wherever I find a spot that will take that many drills. If I can get them in there. Yeah, I was having some issues with the heart yesterday, so I'll probably end up having to get in there. But why won't you stay? Okay, you're being obtuse. Okay, let's try this. Sometimes if I don't feel like putting more wax in, I have to switch sides until I find the side that the wax will hold the diamonds. There. And I've got the wax right here, so I don't know why I'm not doing it. This one's a beat up pat. Whatever. I'll try it. Come on. So anyway, how is everybody today? How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. I wish I was doing well. My back has been really bothering me for over a week now. I don't know what I did to it, but I have degenerative disc disease. So it does tend to go out frequently, or can go out frequently. It doesn't necessarily go out frequently, but it's very painful when it does. And before I found out about the DDD, I used to get sciatica, and my disc would slip out and I would be stuck in bed for about a month or so. The first time my disc slipped was when I had just arrived in England, and I arrived there on January 23rd, and on April 1st my disc slipped, and I was stuck in bed in excruciating pain. My ex and I used to joke around that the next door neighbors probably thought he was a murderer, because I was always screaming, mostly at night actually, because I couldn't sleep. He would fall asleep, and the only way I could sleep, I couldn't lay down or sit up, so I would be propped up on my left elbow, and I would maybe fall asleep for maybe 10-20 minutes at a time. But then as soon as I fell asleep, and I would fall off my elbow and scream in pain and wake him up, and this went on for until, I think it was until October or November when I got my first series of shots. It was more like a cocktail that the guy mixed up like a mad scientist and injected into my tailbone. And I walked in there bent over a cane in a lot of pain. And when we left there, I was standing upright and I didn't need the cane, and that was great. I still had the pain, but it wasn't as bad, and I could stand up. I mean, up until then, anywhere we went, I looked like his pet monkey or something, bent over, like hanging onto his hand, holding on for dear life. But yeah, so that first shot was great. I was like so happy, and I mean, it never slowed me down. I was in England. I didn't know if I was going to be able to stay there or what. So I was like, I'm here to see castles, so I'm going to go see castles. So we would search out an area to go look at castles on a map, and he would, pack up the car and we would go off in camp in a tent. And it was kind of lucky because any cushion or mattress or anything, it was excruciating. I couldn't lay down I couldn't lay down at all, but even once I could, it was still painful to be on a cushion. So sleeping on the flat ground was perfect for me. I mean, even at home, he put my best way to sleep would be to have like some beams of wood or just some heavy duty lumber, and he would put it underneath put it on the mattress, and then put a comforter or something over it, just enough to cushion me from the wood, so I didn't get like bed sores and stuff. But yeah, that was good times. Not. But yeah, that's how we did it. And then we would go camping. I would sit in the car until he put the tent up and everything, and then he'd help me get into the tent, and we'd sleep there and get up in the morning. And it's not, camping there is not like it is here in the States, for sure. It's more like a football field or soccer field, whatever, and you just put out your tent and go to sleep. Here we got picnic tables and like fire pits and things like that. You couldn't have fires there. It's just literally like between the goalposts, put your tent up, and it was like, wow, this is so lame. Couldn't have a fire or anything. So yeah, it wasn't quite the same as what I was used to. But yeah, we would do that on weekends, and then when we wake up in the morning, we'd oh my goodness, we would get something to eat, make something on the fire. Not on the fire. We had a little grill thing, and so we would get something to eat on that, and then we would go out and look for the castles that we found on the map, and that was very good exercise. The guy I was seeing like twice a week for to try to fix my back, he was saying that whatever I was doing, I keep doing it, because I needed to get the exercise, but yeah, I was not in any mood to go anywhere except castles. So did that. Saw probably, I can't remember how many castles. I used to have a web page that I made to showcase them and document what we found at each location, because they would all be on a map, but you didn't know what extent they were built to until you got there. Sometimes they would be like a ruin, so you might have a couple of bricks or stones left, and that was it. And sometimes it'd be like a full-blown castle still built. There was one, I think it was Arundel Castle, I think. I can't remember anymore. It's been so long. But I think it was Arundel, and the family still lived there in generations and generations, and they were still open for people to come visit. So they had a house back behind a wall that they could go live in when people were visiting the castle. So
Wow.